Why is nobody talking about this credit union? We talked about this credit union 1 year ago exactly, and I don't think the message really got across to everyone to let you know that this is the biggest hidden gem of a credit union that nobody is talking about. And if you haven't heard me say, credit unions are the true way to a better financial life. You need to stop banking with these big conglomerate banks like Bank of America, Wells Fargo, PNC Bank. Those banks don't care about you. You need to become the asset with a credit union. Credit unions are in fact the best path to a better financial future because you become the asset. The more money you put into the credit union, the better products they offer you. The longer you work on your relationship with this credit union, the stronger it becomes, and they offer you high limit credit cards, better interest rates for auto loans, home loans. And even with bad credit, a credit union is going to have your back if you need a high limit credit card, if you need an auto loan, or if you're in the market to get a home loan. Their work is to beat those big conglomerate banks and give you a better lending option. That is their goal, is to get you in the door and keep you there because, again, you are the asset. Credit unions are owned by the actual members. Members put in money into a credit union and it makes it stronger. The more members there are at a credit union, the stronger the credit union becomes. This is exactly why Navy Federal is one of the largest credit unions and most powerful credit unions, because it has members nationwide, because a lot of servicemen and service women are all across the United States, stationed in different actual United States stations across the world. So in today's episode, we're going to talk about Apple Federal Credit Union. It is one of the biggest hidden gems in the credit union community. A lot of people don't talk about it. A lot of people don't do reviews about it, but we gave it a full year after we dropped that video because we wanted to see what people were going to comment, what people had to say about it, and the results are pretty good. And if you have bad credit, this credit union, Apple Federal Credit Union, is bad credit friendly. This is exactly why we bring them to the table. And what's even better about Apple Federal Credit Union, anyone can join no matter where you are at across the United States, or you can actually use them for your business, and it doesn't matter where your business is located in the United States also. And please don't come into the comments saying, oh, you have to be in Virginia, oh, you have to be a teacher in Virginia. No, stop spreading that bad rumor because it is not true. So I'm gonna repeat it again. For anybody out there that doesn't listen, anyone can join Apple Federal Credit Union, and any business across the United States can join Apple Federal Credit Union. There are 4 different ways that you can qualify for membership with Apple Federal Credit Union. I'm gonna go over the list as quickly as I possibly can. Number 1 is location. Now again, it doesn't mean if you're not in this location, you don't qualify, so don't say that in the comments because it's gonna drive me crazy. Okay, now first off is Fairfax County in Virginia, City of Fairfax, Prince William County, City of Manassas Park, Frederick County, Virginia, and Winchester City. Now we'll also put up number 2, which is a different school. If you're faculty, staff, student, or immediate family, we'll put it up on the screen here so you can see it. Make sure you pause it so you can look at it and see if it qualifies for you. But again, this doesn't mean that you cannot join. It's just another way that you can actually join this credit union. I'm not gonna go over the list because it's pretty big. Now the third way is through a relationship, through a family member. That could be a spouse, parent, child, sibling, step-parent, step-child, step-sibling, grandparent, grandchildren, and adoptive relationships. Now if you also live in the same household as a roommate, domestic partner, or legal guardians, or you can join an association. That could be the W&OD Trail of Northern Virginia Athletic Directors, or the Administrators and Coaches Association. So if you join one of those associations right there, just Google it, join it, and then you can get in also. And the final way is number 4, through work. Review our list of businesses and organizations. So click on it on the website and you're gonna see a plethora of different businesses and different relationships that they have with other businesses that you may be able to join. One of the interesting ones I saw was Kohl's department store. So if you work for any of these or have some type of relationship with them, you are also in. Now, if you join this credit union or any other credit union and you have crappy credit, you need to build the relationship, because credit unions are relationship banking heavy. They rely solely on your banking relationship and making sure that you use the most of their products to help you build your internal credit score with that credit union. Anybody can say that I'm wrong, but I'm gonna tell you right now, every single credit union has an internal credit score and it's based upon your banking. Meaning the more amount of products that you use with that credit union and you're responsible with them, the higher that internal credit score is going to grow, and that's what we want. You need to set up a checking and a savings, and you don't have to do the paid version, just do a free version. Then you want to do a direct deposit. If you cannot do direct deposit, then you need to deposit as many of your paychecks into your bank with that new relationship to show them the data points that you do in fact have an actual job and you have a steady income, because that's what they want to see. You also want to do a secured loan. This is when you invest your money into yourself with that relationship with that new credit union. You want to choose at least a minimum term of 24 months. Anything less is a waste of time, because remember, when we add a line of credit to our credit profile, we're going to reduce that average age of credit. 24 months is the sweet spot, because you're going to open up a new account and then it's going to build up 24 months of positive payment history, and that's what you want on your credit profile. Make sure that they do not put the loan on auto payment. You want to wait until the loan hits your credit reports. Once it hits your credit reports, then you call the credit union and you pay off 80% of the loan over the phone and put the remaining amount on auto payment for the next 24 months while the loan is active. Now, every credit union is going to be different, so they may have a minimum monthly payment for your loan, so make sure you ask as many questions as you possibly can. Now, you want to do this for a minimum of 6 to 8 months while you're building up this relationship with a new credit union. That's the standard when you're building with any credit union. Now, you can in fact apply after it's been 91 days of officially doing all of that if you'd like to. Or if you're someone that has top tier credit and you start a relationship, you can hit that actual 91-day mark also, or you can wait 31 days and apply once you've had a full month with them, because your actual physical credit score is going to help you get across the line. But the longer you wait, the higher the limit credit cards you're possibly going to be able to get, because as I'm going to show you right now, their credit cards can go all the way up to $50,000. Let's jump into the credit cards. Now, all of the Apple credit cards all have this standard feature. There's no annual fee. There's no balance transfer fee. Rates are going to be below 18% APR. And you're like, oh my God, 18%, that's high. Actually, it's not compared to all of these other credit card companies that are charging you 29.99. There's some credit cards that are charging you over 30%. A lot of them are charging you 22% and above. So this is where they go below 18%, which is awesome. Now they have the tap and go feature, which is pretty obvious. Visa shopping discounts, and they offer digital card management. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, before we get into this, the background, the apps that a lot of these credit unions actually operate are not the greatest in the world. They're very antiquated, and that's one of my biggest complaints about credit unions, but just work within it because you're in the ecosystem, and that's what matters the most. We want the best lending possible for the rest of our lives. Now, coming in at the first credit card we're going to show you is a signature rewards card. Now, this card is going to give you 3x points on gas, 2x points on groceries, and 1 point on everything else. And the credit lines go all the way up to $50,000, and you can get an APR as low as 14.74%. This is the big kahuna. If you want to go after this credit card, you can. A lot of the people that we saw in the comments went after this credit card and got a $20,000 and a $25,000 credit card within the first couple of months. Those were people with top tier credit. So let's be very transparent about that. So remember, the longer you wait, the higher the limit you're going to be able to get with this credit union. They do offer a total of 6 credit cards. So let's take a quick look at all of those other credit cards. The next one up is the My Rewards. That's going to get you 3x points on gas, 2x points on groceries, 1 point on everything else, and credit lines up to $5,000. Now that's not a big one, but it's decent at $5,000. Then they have the Platinum card. It's just low variable rate, all the way up to 13.24%. Credit lines up to $35,000, but there's no bells and whistles with this specific credit card. Next up is the Educator credit card. This one is created exclusively for educators. So that means if you're a teacher of some sort out there, you can get a credit line up to $35,000 with low introductory rates. No payments during the summer months. Did you just hear that? No payments during the summer months, because they understand that educators are not working. They're probably working some part-time job, or they're just not working at all. Next up is the Student card. This is like an entry-level credit card for students of ages 8 to 25 with credit lines up to $1,500 with a fixed rate as low as 9.90%. Now, the last one on the list is a credit builder. This credit builder is a secured card up to $5,000. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm just talking about it because it's there, but I do not suggest that even if you have bad credit, don't go after a secured credit card. It is a huge waste of time. Unless you're able to put up $5,000, then you can show that you have a $5,000 line of credit, but it still shows that it's secured. We want to keep those off our credit profile as much as we possibly can, or if we do get them, we want them to graduate to an unsecured card. You keep the same account, but then they switch it over, they give you your money back, and then you get an unsecured credit card. That's what you want on your credit profile. Now, why do all these credit cards matter? Because they're high limit credit cards. Once you get a high limit credit card on your credit profile, let's say hypothetically, you get a $20,000 credit card on your credit profile. Now, when you go apply for Chase Bank, Citibank, American Express, whoever it may be out there, Discover Bank, they're also going to offer you a high limit credit card. This is why I say stay away from the low limit credit cards, because they will hurt you in the long run. It will take you longer to get to the high limit credit cards. But if you start with a credit union and you start with high limits, guess what? Everyone else is also going to offer you high limit credit cards. Now, Apple Federal Credit Union also offers auto loans, motorcycle loans, mortgages, HELOCs, so home equity lines of credit, personal loans, student loans, skip-a-pay, and loan protection. Let's take a look at their personal loan. Now, with their personal loans, you can get a loan all the way up to $50,000 with an APR as low as 9.99. There's no hidden costs or early payoff penalties, and easy online and mobile payments. I love the fact when a credit union offers some type of line of credit or the option to get a personal loan, because if you're someone that's carrying large credit card debt from another credit card company or multiple credit cards, you can get a personal loan with a credit union, reduce that interest rate with those active credit cards, pay them off, and then lump everything into one single monthly payment that you can pay off within, this one goes with terms all the way up to 60 months. Now, other credit unions will generally offer longer terms, but they're all going to vary from credit union to credit union. Now remember, the name of the game is using as many products as you possibly can responsibly. They have savings accounts for money market, certificates, extra student savings. If you can put money into a savings account and not touch it, this helps you become a stronger asset with the credit union, and that's going to cause them to offer you larger limit lines of credit also, whether it be credit cards or actual personal loans, different options like that. The more money you put in the bank and you don't touch it and let it sit there, guess what? You become a more valuable asset. Now, moving on to the business sector. The business sector is stacked really heavy. Again, remember, it doesn't matter where your business is at. We actually got confirmation from one of our subscribers. We'll put it up here on the screen, where they said it was very easy to open up a business account, and it didn't matter exactly where they were at in the United States. They were able to open it successfully with 0 issues. Now, stacked across the board, they have your basic checking and money market. They offer cash management, where you can track all of your money for your business. And they also offer merchant services, business management, retail points of sale, and mobile. That is huge for a credit union to offer this, because we need that as a business owner. If you can do everything under one roof and not have to worry about the processing fees of processing your payments, usually you can get a better deal doing it through a credit union. That's exactly what we want. Now, they also offer commercial lending. So you're looking at term loans, equipment financing, all the way up to 10 years with equipment financing, working capital, real estate loans that will go all the way up to, well, it doesn't actually tell me about the real estate loans, but it does tell me about the SBA loans. So you can get terms with SBA loans all the way up to $5.5 million for the first SBA 504. Then the SBA 7A loans will also go all the way up to $5 million. That's insane. They also offer vehicle loans for your business if you're looking to purchase or refinance. They offer refinancing. And of course, they offer credit cards with credit lines all the way up to $50,000 for your business. I hope you can see that this is a one-stop shop, and it is a no-brainer for anybody out there. Now, the question is, who are they going to pull from, and what is the required credit score that you're going to need if you're trying to build or get any lines of credit with this credit union? Now, they are going to be pulling from your TransUnion credit report. Now, they also are going to require that you have at least a minimum of a 580 entry level for any of their credit products. But remember, of course, the higher the credit score, the more money you're depositing into your account, and the longer the relationship has been built, then the higher chance of a higher limit credit card is going to be there for you. But remember, they're going to pull from TransUnion, and you need a minimum FICO score of a 580, which in my personal opinion is very doable. And a special shout out to all my beasters out there. If you're out there and you're using Dispute Beast, let everybody know about your results in the comment section. And if you're struggling with a low credit score, or you're struggling to delete negative items from your credit report, I created Dispute Beast, the most advanced AI credit repair software ever created that anyone can use. Link is going to be in the description and pinned at the top of the comments for anyone that needs it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. We covered another big credit union that's giving out $50,000 credit limits on their credit cards. We have showed you proof of the $20,000 and and 25,000. Let's see some other people get some larger limits. Now, if there's something else specific you want me to talk about, drop it in the comments section because it's all about you, our community. We cannot do it without you. And if you felt that I brought you some value in this video, make sure that you don't forget and subscribe to increase your credit score.